Hi all and welcome to a look at the menu system and a quick talk about the Godox 860 version 3. This is the latest version from Godox and this is the Nikon version, as you will see by the 860N. So we're going to have a quick 5-minute talk about the menu system on this video. So basically at the minute the flash is in ETTL, I don't know how to call it, ITTL, ETTL, whatever you want to call it. So if we press this top left button here, it puts the flash into manual mode, or we can press the mode button here on the selector and that will also select manual mode. We can press it again and go to like stroboscopic, where the flash flashes really fast. Never used it in my life, but somebody may. If we press the mode button again, we go back to TTL, ITTL, ETTL, whatever you want to call it. So we'll just start on this round wheel. So if we press the top of the button, it takes us to the zoom, which we can manually do the zoom, and it goes all the way up to 200mm. I'll just that's auto. Obviously now it's not going to light up, but it is auto. I'll just try to keep the flash still. That's auto mode, so that's your zoom function. If we go left and right, to the left, sorry, where the plus and minus is, we can now adjust the exposure compensation up or down. I'll just turn that back down. That's exposure compensation. Then on this flash, if you go to the right, you can also turn on the modelling light, which we don't really want on for this video, but you can turn it on. I've not got it on, have I? Yes, so we'll turn that back off. We'll just turn it on for now. You can see it's off. I'll just press it again and now it's gone. Right, that's the modelling light. So we'll now start on the menu. This is the flash recycle. If we press the menu button, we'll just have a quick little fly through the menus. Let me just go to the very top. I think that's the top, isn't it? Yes, so this is meters and feet. This is the way your flash displays when you're in ETTL and you press the shutter button and it shows you how far away your subject is. It doesn't really matter, to be fair. I just leave it default on meters, but you can change that to feet. This here is your AF function. This is for your AF assist. So if you turn this on, you can also do it from your camera's menu, but the flash will emit a beam which will help your autofocus. We've got standby on the flash's standby, which is pretty self-explanatory. We've also got the actual full flash RX standby, which we've got 30 and 60 minutes. I think, oh sorry, jumped down a bit much there. Mine's set to 60 as default. We'll see how many options we get. We just get 30 and 60. So we'll put that on 60 and then we'll go down to the next menu. Now this scan here, for anybody wondering what this is, what this does is, we'll just actually do it. We're not actually going to thingy it, but we'll go over, we'll click OK and we'll go to start. If we press OK, you will see now the flash is scanning. And what this is doing is looking for available wireless frequencies. So at the minute I'm on channel 27. Now this will scan and give us the best frequencies in the area that you are for the channel to use, and as you can see, none of them are my 27. I've got 0, 20, 25, 24, 23, 22, 3 and 12. So now if I wanted to, I could now go change. So I'll just go back to the home screen. Remember I was on scan. We'll just put, it doesn't really make a difference unless we're in this mode, but can you see how now we're in channel 27? So if we press the channel button here, we could go change that to one of those nice frequencies. Anyway, we'll just wait back in the menu and we're going to go back to that in a minute. So if we now go back from this, we've now got the channel. So once you'd scanned it, you would then choose one, say like wanted 23, that was in the list. We could now press OK and we could go change the channel there. But for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to. ID, this is an important one to remember. If this is turned on, what will happen is when you use the trigger on your camera, which we're not going to look at in this review, but if this is on, no matter let me just go turn it on and show you. I'll turn it on and I'll put it to channel 1. Now if I go try use the trigger for this flash and the ID is turned off on the trigger, it will not work. So if you have ID enabled, you've got to make sure that all your flashes are on that ID and also your trigger. I tend to leave it off, but if you're working with other photographers, you might want to leave it on, you know, if there's a load in the room. So off it goes, but that's a very important setting. Then we've got the beep setting. I like mine on, so when the flash recycles, we get a beep. We'll just leave that on, sorry, I am pressing the wrong buttons because I am leaning over the video camera to try not hit it. So let me just check I'm still in focus. Yeah, somewhere there. So I'll now go to the next one we've got. So now this is the light, how long it stays on the flash, and we've also got the LCD, we've also got the LCD brightness, just hang on. There you go. Sorry about that. I am struggling because, again, I've just said it a minute ago, I'm stretching over my camera. So without that, we'll come out of that menu system now. So we're now back into ETTL mode. So what we're going to do now is, I'll just check we're still in focus. Yeah. What we're going to do now is we're now going to have a look at this button here. We've looked at all the other buttons. We shall now look at the final button, which is this button on the right. So if we press it once, this is now putting the flash into commander mode. So basically this is now going to be like a trigger on your camera. So you don't need a separate trigger system. We can just have this. We can be in, let's just say for example, we'll just go back again. We could be at a wedding using this flash for fill flash, doing some group portraits and then saying, do you know what, I want to do some off-camera flash. So if we press this button here now, this is what this mode is. We can now control other Godox flashes from this flash, which is fantastic, but of course it's quite costly to buy one of these, as it's 220 quid to be able to do this, or you can buy a trigger for 60 or 50, which is much cheaper. But of course you've then got to take your flash off your camera and put your trigger on your camera, where it's much easier if you've already got a flash on your camera to just quickly whip it out of ETTL mode like we just did, and just press that button, and now we can start controlling. So in this mode you'll see we've got M, A, B and C. So M is the master flash. So if we press the M mode, we can press it and we can put it in ETTL or manual mode, or we can turn it off. This is this flash. So if it was on your camera, you could just let your off-camera flashes do the work, and this is basically just going to trigger them. But if we now press the A button, it's the same thing again. We can now put A into off, ETTL or manual mode, and we can press B, and then it comes up B mode, and then we can turn that to manual, off or ETTL, the same. We'll just turn it off for now. I mean, that's basically it in that commander mode. You can press the zoom button again and go change the zoom from automatic, and you can zoom your flashes, your off-camera flashes also. If we press the mode button again, we now go into, this is where you've got a trigger on your camera, so you don't use the flash anymore to trigger the flashes. This would be now off camera, and we'd have the trigger. The only thing we've got to make sure is on here, we've got the sync button, which is the high speed sync. We've got the channel to change the channel from A, B and C. Channel from, remember when we did the channel scan on the Wi-Fi? This was where you can change that channel from 27 to 23, whatever. And then we've got the group A, B, C and D and E. And that's basically it. I'll just press it once more, and if we press it again, we go back into ETTL as if the flash was on camera. So that's it on the quick look at the 860 version 3 menu system. We will do the Godox V1 next. I will tell you though, I think it's near as goddamn the same menu system, but that still doesn't help people who've got a Godox V1. I appreciate they want to see a menu system for their flash. I have sort of done a first look, which I'll link at the end of this video, to this flash, and we've done a comparison between the V1 and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm going to leave this video here. Thanks for watching. Please comment and subscribe, and please click that bell icon so that you get all notifications when I upload a video. See you soon. Right, so